This is a McLaren F1, widely regarded as one of the greatest road cars of all time. And in fact, many people say it is the greatest. And well, here's one street parked today in Hinsdale. This particular car is chassis number 001, brought by the Mouse Motors collection. This car is extremely special, finished in the iconic silver with a few red accents in the interior. This car is special for many reasons. I mean, McLaren is such an incredible race team over the years in Formula One, Can-Am, at Le Mans, winning Le Mans twice with this car. Not this actual one, but with one very similar. And this car is just super cool. And a lot of people love this car because they think it's the first foray, and McLaren's first foray into road cars. But actually, that's not the case, because McLaren's first road car is this. This is the McLaren M6 GT, one of only 3 cars ever made. This is basically a Can-Am car with a license plate. This thing is awesome. It's got a Chevy 350 in the back, like the race cars. And not only that, this was Bruce McLaren's personal car. He daily drove this car back in the early 1970s. And well, this is just an honor to get to see next to an F1. But we're here today at Birdie for the McLaren 720 event. We're here on July 20th, 720, and there are a bunch of 720s over there, as well as some 750s, and a whole bunch of other amazing cars here today. But this is going to be a fun day today, guys. If you do enjoy this video, remember to like and subscribe. This was me, Patrick, the King of Cars. So sit back, relax. It's going to be a great time today, and I hope you stick around. And just look at this view from across the street. Absolutely incredible. I mean, we've seen some very special McLarens here at Birdie before, even on this channel as well, including the F1 GTR brought by the Mouse collection. But it is just super cool to see these two here street parked today for what is not really a formal car show per se. It is being hosted by the McLaren dealership, and you know, any day around an F1 is a good day, and this day is certainly no exception to that, as well as the M6 GT. And one thing that's really surprising to me is how wide and low this is, even compared to the F1, because the first time I saw this car, about 3 to 4 years ago now, I was absolutely shocked at how low and wide this was. I mean, this is a tiny car in the flesh, which is absolutely insane, but this is even lower. I mean, that kind of makes sense given that it's a Can-Am car for the road, but even so, the proportions are just insane. And also here today are a bunch of demos brought by McLaren Chicago, including this Artura, which looks very nice. I don't know what color this is specifically, but it is very cool. And also a whole bunch of customer cars. This is a customer event after all, including this 570 with the Mclaren plate. So breaking up the McLaren event, a Daytona SP3.
Hey Dave, where are you going?
Now coming back to McLaren's, we have this 750S brought by the dealer in an absolutely insane pearlescent white. I mean, the metal flake in this is nuts. One of the craziest whites I've ever seen on a car ever. But this car also has a really cool option. New for the 750S is this exposed carbon rear bumper. McLaren is trying to get more into the exposed carbon game with some of their non-limited edition cars like this one, and this is certainly an example of that. And this option is $30,000 right here. So don't want to rear end this car at all, but this is a very high spec, lots of carbon, and it just looks absolutely cool. Personally, I'd take this 750S because, I mean, just look at that color. And the orange complements it so well too. This looks super, super cool. First, I didn't really like the 750S. I thought it was more just a 720 with a facelift, but now it's really growing on me. I think it is a really cool car, and with it having the shorter ratio gearbox compared to the 720, the one from the 765 LT, I think this is really cool. And yet another cool spot today being now blocked by the Tahoe, a 992 Sport Classic. Very cool. And also here's this McLaren GT on South Dakota plates, which I have never seen before on any sort of exotic. So that's pretty cool. Probably one of a few McLarens, or maybe the only McLaren with South Dakota plates. If you are from South Dakota and you'd like to refute that, please let me know. And also here's this absolutely gorgeous 720. Love this color. Don't know what shade of blue this is, but it looks absolutely spectacular with the celebrating 720S background, as it is 720 today. There are plenty of 720s here today. Here's a silver one with a gorgeous tan interior. This is a very smart spec, very nice. Another 720 with the same blue as the one before, as well as a white car with gold wheels. Very, very nice. And just a whole line of 720S's over here to celebrate the illustrious 720 celebration. Blue wheels are cool too. And also here, parked a little ways away from the show, is this 991.2 GT3 RS. Black with the gold wheels and the PCCBs. I've seen this car before quite a few times, but it's still a very, very simple but nice spec, and Well, everybody loves the GT3 RS. And the day is starting to wrap up here, but check out this McLaren Chicago trailer with the Senna GTR on the side. As far as trailers go, that is quite a good one. And I anticipate that the M6 GT will be ending up in that trailer in not too long. So that'll be cool to see it run. And off it goes. Always great to be in the presence of automotive royalty, even if the Honda driver doesn't like it. Sounds of the 70s.
Yeah, go ahead. You're good now.
American heart and a British skin. And the kids seem to be enjoying it. This thing, it sure is cool. What an honor to get to see this out today. About to get loaded up, go back to its resting place. And here we are in the store with the F1. And speaking of the store, this is an absolutely fantastic place. I actually haven't featured the inside of the store at all on the channel, but if you're looking for upscale clothing, this is the place to be. Birdie's an absolutely spectacular place, and they got a 750 as well. But here's the F1 inside, in the flesh, in the light, and it just looks gorgeous. This silver metallic paintwork is pretty much to die for, and just walking around here, this is a hero car for generations. I mean, there are kids I talk to who this is their favorite car. I mean, there were plenty of them here today who were just absolutely stunned by it. And, you know, it's super cool to see in here, and, you know, it's just a real honor to get to see stuff like this out in public. I've never done an outro sitting down before, but with this car here, I think it's pretty worthy of being the first time. But what an incredible day this was with McLaren Chicago and Birdie, and getting to see this F1 again is just always an honor. I mean, getting to see what many people consider to be the greatest car of all time, as well as the M6 GT, the very first McLaren road car, the car that really started and influenced the brand as we know it today, and not many people actually remember that car. So it is really cool to get to see it street parked alongside this car, as well as all the other amazing 720s and 750s and the random spots like the Daytona SP3, just a random car driving down the street in Hinsdale. Typical Hinsdale things. But if you guys did enjoy this video, remember to like and subscribe, because I'm trying to hit 1,000 soon. I'm trying to get monetized, and any support is greatly, greatly appreciated. But till next time, guys, this was me, Patrick, the king of cars. My shirt is sagging quite a bit from the mic, but thank you for watching. Take care. There you go, buddy.